What's up? Welcome everybody to a throwback music video reaction to this song, Mine, from Jaejoong. And of course, these videos are basically all done for you guys, actually based off of your requests. If I have no requests, then these videos do not happen. But fortunately, I've got a ton of requests, but of course I'm always taking more. So if you have a request for a throwback music video reaction that you would like me to see, and you would like me to cover, then put it down in the comments and I'll add it to my list that I draw from every single time that I do one of these videos. So we're gonna check out this song from Kim Jaejoong. Obviously, as you can see probably by the album that's right over my shoulder over here, I've listened to his new stuff. I really like the new stuff, and so we're gonna go back and probably listen to a song that I've probably never heard before. And like I do always, I'm gonna be honest with whatever I think about this song, but we're not super focused on being crazy critical with these sorts of songs. So if that's what you're interested in, hearing some more of, if you want to see throwback music video reactions only, that is cool. Click on the subscribe button down below. Of course, you can stay updated with every single throwback that I upload. So with the self-promotion done and all of that, let's get this video started. Was that literally 4 seconds of black screen and silence? I mean, clearly the start at the beginning of these videos that have been released, this year and all this stuff is not a trend. It's not a new thing. Ooh. Okay, so the whole rock thing was not specifically new. I mean, his most recent solo album was like really, I think, my introduction to him. So hadn't heard anything prior to that. So I've never, but that's it. Oh, it's Bane. It was Bane before they even knew that Bane existed, right? Now is that kind of like the timeline? Batman, or the Dark Knight, I should say. Or was it the Dark Knight? I don't know. Oh god, superhero movies. People are gonna kill me. Alright, but I like this, obviously. I know it's not dark funeral kind of music, but I do like, some rock and metal. Just a little bit. That's an odd that whole progression wasn't that whole chord progression that they were doing right there wasn't like smooth. It didn't. Honestly, I would say that, with my uneducated opinion and uneducated ear for whatever music notes and stuff like that, it seemed like they were skipping some notes in that chord progression. Definitely felt very weird, but still had a pretty good impact, because of course it actually did lead really nicely into this break. Ooh, that bass guitar though. Oh, alright. Hold on a second, I gotta turn this up so I can hear that bass guitar a little bit more. Yeah, those, oh god, I don't. Those chord progressions, those chord progressions, they're not smooth. They skip some stuff because there's a lot of dissonance in that. It just doesn't sound particularly right. But of course, that's a whole I guess aspect in the style of composition and stuff like that, is to have some dissonance in the music. Which is cool. All right, I love this song, and I also have to say that I think that, especially after watching this music video, that both Jaejoong and Junsu, or Jia, whatever you want to say, however you want to call them, those guys are like probably the kings of visual. Like, I know you're gonna like this crazy, but compared to like any other K-pop group out there, these guys' visuals are like, I don't know where they come up with this stuff, but it definitely is some very visually striking and very visually interesting stuff. So yeah, that song was awesome. And I guess we can use this song as the perfect example to kind of illustrate a thing. So a lot of times when I criticize a song, or when I say that I don't like a song, with the most recent new release being my main criticism for the song from Yeezy, being that the different parts of the song weren't really like meshed together in a particularly good fashion, right? It kind of course, that song felt like it was three different songs in one or something like that, but they weren't incorporated into the single song in a particularly smooth way. This one, of course, there isn't really any sort of dramatic sort of change, but the transitions in this song, right, are those dissonant chord progressions that are that happen as you go through, and that's potentially a way to kind of, you know, have a pretty decent transition between two dramatically different sounding parts of a song, is to have your transition be something that is really that's potentially a little jarring and off-putting because it just doesn't sound right, but it definitely is going to set you up, I think, for the next part of the song being something that is definitely not expected, because be like, whoa, this transition is like, it kind of fits, but at the same time it feels a little weird, right? And then you'll be much more open and receptive to the next part of the song being, you know, very, very different. So it's a little bit different from having like a smooth buildup, or just a the most easy transition that you can do into something that's different is just a pause, right? Which is effective but simple, is to have a dissonant transition like was in this song here, you know, with that guitar transition, and I do believe a little bit of that bass guitar, or the whatever it was in the second time around. So it's an interesting thing. That was, you know, definitely a very, very, very interesting moment in the song for me. I thought that was really, really good. Overall, of course, it's a fantastic song. Equally as good as the stuff on the album that I've listened to. Of course, different a little bit, but at the same time, it's, you know, still mostly the same. So that's definitely awesome. I enjoyed that. So glad that I got a chance to listen to that. Of course, glad that as I am glad to listen to every single song that I do in these videos, because, you know, otherwise I probably wouldn't hear it. You know, I've spent so much time keeping up to date with new music that the older stuff just, I never have a chance to revisit it, or I shouldn't say revisit it, but, you know, take a look at it like I probably should. But, you know, I can through these videos. So that's going to be it. That's all I've got to say. I want to know what you guys have got to say about the song and music video. If you've never heard it before, or even if you have, you know, just drop anything down in the comments below, especially your requests for future throwback music video reactions, so that I can add them to my list. So that's going to be it for this video. And before I go, because I nearly forgot, I do have to remind you that, of course, we're building a community here surrounded around, based on having friendly and respectful discussion of our thoughts and opinions, whether we agree or disagree. So if that is a community that you would like to become a part of, then please do consider clicking the subscribe button down below. So for real this time, now we can do the proper outro. That is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.